This is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. In today's Pick a Card reading, we're going to be looking into what are your most attractive qualities? What makes you beautiful? So I wanted to do a reading today that was going to be really uplifting for you guys, and I thought this would be the perfect one. I want you to really make sure that you ground your energy and that you choose only the card that you feel the most drawn to, because this reading is going to be very specific, and I'm intending that you will truly feel drawn to the card that you're meant to hear today. So we're going to be looking at some archetypes in the tarot, like the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Swords, that kind of stuff, the Empress, the High Priestess, some of those types of cards to find out what your attractive qualities are and what makes you the most beautiful. This is going to be a really in-depth reading, so I hope that you leave this reading just feeling really uplifted and really special, and knowing that you are such a wonderful, unique individual, and your beauty and your talents and gifts deserve to be celebrated. So if you're interested in this little pick-me-up tarot reading, first of all, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss a reading from me. And then I want you to go ahead and ground your energy. Take some deep breaths, and then choose a card that you feel drawn to the most. Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. Once you have chosen, you can head down to the comments or to the description below where the timestamps are posted, and you can just click on your timestamp and instantly be fast forwarded to your part in the reading. And I will see you for your reading soon. For those of you guys who choose number 1, why are you irresistible? What are your most beautiful qualities? And we're getting the Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness. And we have some clarifying cards here as well, some added attributes that go along with this. So the Queen of Wands is a very infamous tarot card, because this person, and by the way, this has nothing to do with gender. You could be a he or she or they or anybody on the spectrum of gender coming to this reading. But the Queen of Wands is an archetype in the tarot, and it does represent somebody who might have, very divine feminine energy. But the main quality of this person is that they are absolutely fierce. They are absolutely bold. They are independent. It's a very fiery energy, so it's likely that maybe you're a fire sign, or you have a lot of fire in your chart, or perhaps you have, a fire moon sign or rising. But regardless of that, it is that fiery energy, because it's somebody who is basically like an entrepreneur, a master creator, and a natural born leader. So other people see you as somebody who was born to lead. It's likely that in your school life that you were always the person who was put in charge of speaking in front of the class or being the group leader. Maybe you were drawn to being in the theater and acting, or you were somebody who, was very passionate. Maybe you wanted to be run for student council or be your class president, or perhaps even in college, you gravitated towards studying things like business or communication, anything which basically has you in front of other people, like being a star. It is very much kind of a Leo energy. And I think it's funny that we also see this cat here, because there is this energy of independence. And of course, you're very psychic and you're very intuitive, because it seems like you just get these downloads from the universe, this divine inspiration. You've never seen yourself as somebody who is just meant to blend in with everyone else. You're definitely someone who's here to stand out. So other people see you as that person that stands out. You might even have your own unique sense of style, because you can even see here in the picture, this person is dressed in this really interesting outfit. They're not trying to blend in. They have these crazy robes on, and they have their hair all done up. And they're not afraid to stand out. You know, you can tell that this person is just this bright ball of energy and has their own unique style and is wanting to serve looks and wanting to be their best self. So I see the Queen of Wands as somebody who's like a little bit of a climber, like a social climber, not in a bad way. It's just you know how to network, you know how to make connections, you know how to connect with the right people. And you probably also have a gift with being able to look at other people and be able to see, like, oh my goodness, this person's so gifted with this thing. We could totally collaborate. Like, they would be really great on my team. Like, you know how to get a team together and how to make everybody work well. So, yes, you are someone who is very social. Other people see you as that social butterfly. You've never had trouble attracting friends or lovers, probably. You're very, very attractive. And other people also see you as confident. In fact, this is one of the things that makes you the most alluring and the most irresistible, and dare say, even very sexy, because it's this innate confidence that you have. And you know, you might not feel on the inside like you're the most confident person, but that's certainly the way that you come across. You know how to stand up tall, you know how to carry yourself well, you know how to speak eloquently, and other people notice that. You know, a lot of people really covet that ability that you have to just be able to pull anything off. So you're definitely somebody who might be drawn to the theater or to acting, the entrepreneur path, singing, being on stage. I mean, you were just born for the spotlight in some way or another. And that confidence and this social energy you have helps you with that. Another very attractive quality of yours is that you're extremely bold. So once again, this might be represented in the styles you choose to wear or how you choose to do your hair or the lifestyle choices that you make, the moves that you make in your life, the things that you decide to try, the decisions you make. Like, you're just very bold in that sense. And other people really admire that. They wish, oh my gosh, I wish I could be as bold as them. You know, so you're not afraid to take a risk. And that's kind of a huge motto in your life, is like, if you're not taking a risk, if you're not getting out of your comfort zone, that's actually uncomfortable to you. You don't like being in one place for too long. You might even be somebody who loves to travel or who loves to move often or who likes to switch careers a lot or try lots of new things. You just want to taste life and try as many experiences as you can. And a lot of people just really admire the fact that you seem to be really good at whatever you do. You have that Midas touch. That's the Queen of Wands, is like whatever you touch turns to gold. Furthermore, another really beautiful quality of yours is that you are extroverted. And I'm sure that there's some of you guys who probably identify more as introverts who pick this card. And it could be that truly you do need a lot of time to recharge and you enjoy your alone time. That probably comes from your independence. But when it all comes down to it, people see you as someone who's extroverted. They really, you know, look to you for that. It could even be that, you know, you're the one who introduces people to each other. Maybe you have some matchmaking abilities. You're, you know, pairing your friends up with people. You do have a really gorgeous extroverted energy. Something else that's really beautiful about you is that you know what you want. There's nothing more attractive than somebody who just knows what they want. And that is 100% you, whether this is in the romantic field of your life or it has more to do with just your personal life choices or career path. Like, you know what you want. And it's almost like you were born knowing. It just comes easy to you. You're not really a wishy-washy person. You're not indecisive at all. You know what you want. And that also comes across as very confident. And of course, we touched on it a little bit earlier, but you are naturally independent. You are such an independent person, and other people really admire that about you. You don't always, you don't come across as someone who's really clingy or codependent. You don't mind if you have to show up somewhere alone. Like, if anything, that makes you kind of mysterious and very attractive in a way, because you are someone who is kind of, you can be a lone ranger at times, and that's very interesting and appealing to people. You also naturally attract good fortune. You might be somebody who just is really good at, I mean, I'm seeing money here, is just really good at making money, maybe through your art, your career path, your passions. Money does seem to find you. And some of you guys are maybe on your earlier journey in life and the money hasn't come yet, but I do think it will. I think you, like I said, you have the Midas touch. You're like the golden girl or the golden person, and you seem to draw good fortune to you. You also bless other people with good fortune. Since you're so confident, extroverted, and decisive, independent, when you're hanging out with people, your energy is really infectious and it tends to rub off on people. That's why they want to be around you, because they want some of that good energy you have. And I could go on about you forever, but you have a really gorgeous, adventurous energy. You're always down for an adventure. Your friends always know that they can count on you if they want to do something spontaneous, that you're the person that they can hit up, that you're 100% going to be down. You love to surprise people. You don't like to be predictable. And people love that about you. That's really, it's honestly so intoxicating. So I hope that this reading resonates with you. Does this sound like you? You have to let me know in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 2, why are you irresistible? What are your most beautiful qualities? Let's see what we got here. And we have the High Priestess. That's so interesting. And I also pulled some clarifier cards here. As a person, the High Priestess is obviously somebody who's very intuitive. Other people see you as someone who is very kind, but very wise. You even have a very mysterious element to you, very fascinating element to you. It's like people can't pin you down. They don't know exactly like what your deal is right away. You're not an open book at first. And that's actually something that people really admire about you, and it's a very attractive quality, is actually that you have really strong and really healthy boundaries. Now, these boundaries you have are probably born from experience, being burned a lot. But honestly, it just kind of comes across as you just being kind of a bad bitch. And people are looking at you and they're like, they think you're interesting, they think you're fascinating, they think you're really wise and really smart. And that you're someone who's very attractive. Actually, physical beauty is coming up to me as obviously something that makes you very attractive inside and out. It's possible, I know there's a lot of different people doing this reading, but you're someone who has some dark elements to you, which means like you might have dark features like dark eyes, dark hair, or it could just be that your aura is kind of like a darker color like an indigo or like a royal purple or something like that. This means that your third eye is really awakened, or you have a really strong connection with your higher self or spirit. Now, a lot of times when I get the High Priestess, this usually talks about somebody who is very into healing, really into maybe like magic or witchcraft or the tarot. And look, here you are on my channel doing a tarot reading. But maybe somebody who even is like really good at teaching those types of things. So you could be somebody who like wants to do Reiki, or who wants to have your own life coaching business, or somebody who wants to, heal others or teach others or bring some type of art out into the world in some way. So people do see you as someone who's really fascinating, someone who's kind of different, someone who's like not on like the traditional path, someone who's like, they have interesting hobbies. Like, so people look at you and they're just like, wow, what are they up to? Like, it's like people can never quite get you, and they're fascinated by that. So that actually makes you really attractive, that you're like into things that are different, you're marching, to the beat of your own drum, and you're very intuitive. So other people see that as a really beautiful quality about you, that You seem to understand what other people need. You seem to be able to kind of almost read minds. You seem to be somebody who's just very, definitely an empath, but like I said, very, very wise. Now we see that another beautiful quality of yours is that you're a really helpful person. So of course this means that you're someone who's always willing to lend a hand. Other people see that as a very beautiful and just attractive quality of yours, because you're someone who's, since you can appear a little mysterious and kind of wise, sometimes even a little distant, like it's fascinating that like you can actually swoop in, like since you're so intuitive, like you're able to help your friends, you're able to help your family, like you're always the one that people want to call, when they're going through something rough. And it's almost just like hearing your gentle voice is enough to calm people down. Like I feel like you have this gift of your voice, like it's very relaxing and very hypnotic and super attractive. And I wonder if anybody that you've dated has ever told you, oh my God, I could just talk to you on the phone for hours. Your voice is so relaxing. It's so sexy. Like I kind of get this vibe, like maybe that's something you've been told a lot about your voice in particular. Now we also see that you're a really good teacher. That's something that people are definitely attracted to you for. It might even be that at jobs and in the workplace and at school, you were always somebody that was, in charge of teaching others, or someone would be like, hey, can you, show this person the ropes around here and teach them everything? And you're like, sure, no problem, because you're helpful. You're really good at teaching things. I wonder if anybody who's watching actually is a teacher. It'd be funny if some of you guys are actually teachers. You were drawn to this one. You're definitely on the right path if that's the case. You're also approachable. The funny thing is that yes, you're mysterious. Yes, you can come across as almost reserved and you have these healthy boundaries. You're not necessarily an open book, but people do feel really confident and really comfortable approaching you. They do feel like they can just come up and they want to know more about you. It's almost like it's an invitation, how you're not putting everything out there. People want to kind of unfold you like and read you like a book, page after page. And then we see another attractive quality of yours is that you are an artist. You are so artistic. I think because of these intuitive abilities that you have and these sensitivities, you are someone who's able to channel the most incredible art. And I do get this sense, like the hands here do make me think that you have almost magic hands, that you could be someone that's weaving, crocheting, painting, sculpting, like anything you create with your hands is absolutely beautiful and a divine work of art. And people are just astounded. They're like, how did you make that? So yeah, you're very good at your artwork. And the last thing we see here is that you're genuine. Like you're a real person. Like you're never fake with people. You're very down to earth. And, you are one of the realest of the real. And so that genuine energy, that's intoxicating to other people. It definitely makes you super attractive. So I could probably go on forever about these qualities here. I love this High Priestess card. You're going to have to let me know in the comments below. Does this sound like you? Let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, what are your attractive qualities? What makes you beautiful? What makes you irresistible? Let's see what we got here. Now we have the Queen of Cups, which is such a gorgeous card here. And I also pulled some clarifiers. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who is so soft, so ethereal, so delicate, and so kind, so loving. So, and this is regardless of gender, by the way. I know we see what looks to be a female on this card, but this, if you're male, female, they, anybody on the spectrum of gender, it doesn't matter. But it is known to be more of a divine feminine type of energy, meaning that you're somebody who is very receptive, super creative. I kind of feel this like creatrix vibe, you know, with this Queen of Cups card. We see a lot of water symbols here because that is your element. You know, I do feel like it's possible that you're a water sign. You could be Pisces for sure, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe you've got your sun, moon, or rising in water, or a lot of water in the chart. But regardless, that water energy symbolizes that you are very emotional. And it's actually, sometimes we think being emotional is like a bad thing, like you're unhinged or something. And maybe you feel like that sometimes, but it's actually that quality of yours that makes you really irresistible to other people because you're so in touch with your emotions and you're so expressive and you're so ethereal and charming. Now, I'm seeing something about the hair with you that people are super envious of. You know, it's likely that you have really silky hair or very long hair, maybe like really bright blonde hair. There's just something about the hair that is very unique and very beautiful to you. It might be one of the things that you like to show off the most. So, you know, you are known for your hair, okay? That's something people naturally notice about you. And also, you're known for your ethereal qualities or your ethereal looks. You have like a strange alien-like quality to you. It's funny, it is very like mermaidish. So you might even look kind of androgynous or like alien-like I mentioned, and people just think like you're absolutely stunning because of that. So those of you out there who are watching who feel like, man, I just look strange, I feel like I'm ugly, you probably aren't. You probably just are very unique and different, and that's something that's always going to make you stand out and be like super charming. So yes, you have those ethereal qualities. Now, you are somebody who is likely musical or very poetic. You know, I always notice the Queen of Cups type of people are always scribbling in a notebook, writing poetry, you know, singing, strumming a guitar, dancing. Like, it's a very kind of fluid type of any type of art or expression that's like very fluid. That's gonna be what you're into. People are attracted to you because of how you love. No one loves as deep as you do. When you fall in love, you fall hard. And anybody you've ever dated, they will never find someone that loved them the way that you did. I will say that. Like, that's actually one thing that people really like. That's what's irresistible about you, is how you make other people feel like when you're in love with them. And this is even like platonic love, like how you love your family and your friends as well. Like, people just really feel that warmth and that love and that caring radiating from you. It's so natural to you. You're such a nurturer, and that makes you really attractive. I think this too, embrace. You have a gift of touch. So whether it's like through massage or whatever, of course your romantic partner is probably going to be somebody who gets most of this gift from you, but that's kind of what you're known for. Like, every lover you've had is like really intoxicated by the touch, you know, and the physical experience with you. That makes you absolutely irresistible because it's just natural to you to be a lover, to massage, to touch, to hold, to embrace. It's very natural to you. Also, you're a nature lover. You always bring people out into nature. You always want to bring them probably to the lake, the ocean, the river. Like, that's always where you want to hang out. That's where you want to be, probably the ocean or by the sea. And people love you for that because you're the person who gets them outside. You're the person who gets them connected with nature. And a lot of your friends, the people you've dated, like, a lot of the best memories they've ever had in their life has been a time where they've been outside or been out in nature with you, because you just see things magically. And when you're out in nature, magical things happen around you. Like, you love nature, nature loves you. When you bring people into that experience with you, they're realizing, oh my gosh, like, there's all these animals everywhere. There's like, the sun is shining. It's such a beautiful day. Like, it's bizarre, but you show that world to other people. Now, obviously, with all this said, you're someone who's super magnetic. You tend to just draw people to you. Children flock to you. Animals flock to you. Like you're a magnet. It is very much like, I'm going to say, a Snow White type of energy. So yeah, you're very, very magnetic, and that makes you very attractive. And you're also friendly. You're really sweet. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of like Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter vibes. Just so sweet and so friendly, like wouldn't hurt a fly, just like naturally interesting and attractive, ethereal. Like, I definitely feel like you're, of course, such a friendly, nurturing person, and people love that about you. There's no gossip and drama around you. There aren't a lot of rumors flying around about you, because anybody who talks bad about you, like, everyone's gonna be like, why would you say something about them? They're such a sweet person, obviously, like, wow, you're such a hater. Like, you have people defending you left and right if that ever happens. Like, you have a really spotless reputation. You're a really friendly person. We also see that you're very talented. I keep seeing something about your voice, or about this dancing, or this, maybe how you put together your fashion creations, or you present yourself, your makeup, the writing that you do, the art you make. You're extremely talented, and people, like, you've made a name for yourself already just by being who you are. People recognize your talent. And the last thing I'm going to say is that you're passionate. I think we kind of touched on it here with this love thing, but you are a passionate person. You put your heart and soul into everything that you do, and people are so magnetized to that passion of yours. So, I could go on for a while about your attractive qualities, but you have to let me know in the comments below. Does this sound like you? Thank you for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 4, why are you irresistible? What are your most beautiful qualities? Let's go ahead and see what card you chose. And we're getting the Moon. Such a gorgeous card. I also got these clarifiers. So, as a person, as a personality, it's kind of interesting because you usually don't see the Moon card when you're pulling about like an archetype or personality, but I definitely can feel a lot of personality from this card myself. You are the dreamer. People are naturally attracted to you because you are somebody who has big, bold ideas and beautiful dreams and fantasies. And when people are around you, they can't help but dream as well. They can't help but feel positive and project good energy into their future. So you're somebody who has like this effect where you rub off on people these positive ideas or these positive dreams. So you really give people this beautiful energy, and that's one of the things that makes you the most attractive, is your ability to have dreams, your ability to have so much hope and have so much faith. You're like a connoisseur of ideas, you're like a creative director of your reality. And what I see here with the Moon card is that something that does make you really attractive, I'm seeing it's something about your eyes. I just feel like you have the kind of eyes that people can get lost in, no matter what the color or the shape or what's going on with them. There's this essence to them that's just so beautiful. I feel like it's hard for you to lie to people. It's hard for you to hide your feelings because your eyes are so expressive. It makes you really vulnerable. I think, however, though, people are really attracted to that vulnerability, and it's radiating from your eyes, your sincerity, your vulnerability, and this, star-crossed kind of dreamy energy that you have. Now, you have a really zesty energy. It's like this spark. People feel very energized around you. So they're drawn to you because they feel energized when they hang out with you. It's energized just by your energy, your essence, but probably also conversation. You're somebody who always has something interesting to say. You're also, a really good listener. Also, people are really attracted to the fact that you are somebody who's kind of surprising. Everyone thinks maybe you're going to go left, but then you go right. You show up one day and you chopped all your hair off. You randomly decide to take yodeling classes or whatever. You're a little bit surprising. I wouldn't say it's quite impulsive because the things that you do are very calculated. You do love to spend a lot of time in your inner world dreaming. And so when you finally put something into action, it's likely some dream that you've been thinking about for a really long time and you just like finally do it. But to everybody else, it comes across as like really surprising and just like, wow, like they did that, cool. So you are someone who keeps people guessing, you keep people surprising. I feel like in romantic relationships, this makes you someone really fun to be around because you're not boring, you're not predictable, you're not stuck in a rut. Like you like to challenge yourself and try new things. You're also extremely gifted. It's likely that as a child you were, told that you're gifted, or maybe they wanted to hold you up a couple grades, or they wanted to, you won a lot of awards, or they were saying, oh, wow, this is a child genius, or, maybe you heard some things like that about your youth. And because you are somebody who's gifted, you've always been this way. And I feel like it's almost like you came to this planet with just a very open mind. There were things that never got erased or that you never forgot from past lives, and you were very much like a precocious kind of adult-like child. Very strange, but interesting. I don't mean strange in a bad way. It's just like I guess it is a little unusual, and you ended up growing into somebody who's like this dreamer, who's very connected with the universe and the stars and your inner world. And I get this sense that you're at this point in your life now where you're, like I said, you're making these surprising decisions, you're putting things into action, and people are really impressed by that. Everybody wants to see what are they going to do next? Like what are they going to grow into? You keep people guessing. We also see that you're secretive. So you don't always put it on blast what you're up to or who you're dating. People, funny enough, they're attracted to that because sometimes when you're just a complete open book and you just put it all out there, that, people like to unfold a mystery. And so I do get this sense that one of your sexiest qualities is actually the fact that you're like secretive and you leave people guessing. We also see that you create this life of bliss around you. I get this sense that you're really good at like decorating and interior design and putting yourself together, and like the places that you choose to go are really aesthetic. Like the lifestyle decisions you make, any material thing you choose to bring in your life is really aesthetic. You're just like a super aesthetic person, like goals, and other people see that and they just look at you and they think that your life is bliss. Now it probably isn't. Everybody's life has got contrast, and you never know what someone's going through till you walk in their shoes. But the truth is you have worked hard to create a really blissful life. You're such a dreamer, and it's really important to you that your life and all your choices and everything you bring in is, reflective of your truth, because you're constantly reassessing that. So people just like look and see that you have this bliss around you and they want to be a part of that. We're also seeing something with music. Now, some of you guys are like, this is so not me. So just wait a second because I have another interpretation to this. But I do think many of you came here because you do have a connection with music. You could be musical, you could play an instrument, or you could sing, you could write music, write lyrics, maybe even produce it. And so people notice that and they're super attracted to that side of you and they're just in awe. If that's not you, it could just be your music taste, like the kind of music that you listen to, the vibe, the energy, your frequency. That's another way to interpret this card. Also, you have a genuine appreciation for life and for other people. You are somebody who's really filled with gratitude, and you're not afraid to thank the people that are in your life and to let them know how meaningful they are to you. And you greet the world with positivity, and people, they're very intoxicated by that. They wish they could appreciate life the way that you do, and you inspire people to do that. So I could go on and on about this for a while, but you have to let me know in the comments below, does this sound like you? Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out.